Hi, and welcome you to the 5 Minutes Business Series Concepts. Today's topic, Part 2 of the digital marketing role of websites. A humble request, please see Part 1 video on the primer to digital marketing for a better understanding of this video. Websites started with being a medium to reach out to customers and bring them to the real stores or the shops in the real world. Over a period of time, websites itself became a point of sale or an online store. Today, it's gone beyond being just a gateway or an online shop. It's entered into a domain of having a dialogue with the stakeholders. Chatbots, interactive games, automated responses, intelligence to capture data of the user are the new norms of the current websites. To understand websites and its roles, we need to understand the new customer, Customer 2.0. Customer 2.0 is tech savvy and loves to have information at his or her fingertips, loves being in charge even when seeking information, expects the information being sought in a manner he or she desires. Studying of consumer behavior has also shifted from understanding what he or she buys to now focusing on what he or she is thinking of buying or what he or she likes. All this is possible because of the Trojan horse, our cell phones. Yes, our cell phones. It shares everything that we are doing, the places where we are traveling, the sites we are browsing, our age, gender, pages we spend a lot of time on, and the list is endless. Let's come to some terminologies related to websites. Just like the real world, when we open a business, the first thing is the name of the company. Same here. We need to have a domain address, a domain name, which is also referred as URL. The address is URL. The domain name is unique and issued by Internet Corporation for assigned names and numbers. Each domain or URL is assigned a particular unique IP address. But just a name is not enough. Just like in the real world, we have to have a store or a shop, an office. In the internet world, we need to have a host, a space, factory, office where we can store our data which is sought by the people who reach out to us. The data servers can be compared to the machinery of the real world as an analogy. As in the real world, this factory or office on the online space can be our own space or rented. If the servers are rented, we say the data is on the cloud. However, depending on the nature of the business, data centers should be only owned. For example, banks. Banks can't have their data on rented servers. Websites cannot be treated in isolation on only the content part of it. It's a total of the infrastructure, the softwares, the front end, the content, and the look and feel. Each factor is important and has a significant role. Strategies on content and look and feel will be discussed while discussing SEO strategies. From a broader perspective, each website should have a clear purpose and should make the user perform an action. Capturing eyeballs and not getting the user to contribute to the websites is of no use. While deciding on infrastructure, type of traffic coming from cell phones, pads, desktops play a very important role in one creating a dynamic website so that the user experience is same across all devices. Data security is of key importance and one has to ensure proper SOWs are in place with the host. Cloud gives one the flexibility of scalability and upgrade as and when the company grows. If data is of utmost importance and is critical, one needs to plan for disaster recovery. a backup mechanism, and business continuity if data has to be backed up at 24 bar 7. If you like the videos, like and share. Please subscribe to my channel. Click on the bell icon to receive instant notification.